Hey coaches, this is Coach Parker with CoachParker.org. How you guys doing today? Hey, today I wanted to introduce you to my new coaching book. It's JAWS, Coaching Youth Football O-Line Blocking. JAWS is a call that I use that's similar to Gap on Down or God blocking call. I use it a lot. JAWS is just an inside track block, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to name the book that way, since all of my books kind of have animal logos, and so we use this crocodile because the offensive line will eat up the defense like a crocodile in the jaws, and so, or bulldog jaws or whatever. So that works out pretty good there. At least I like it, so I hope you guys do too. But I really like this book. There's about probably over 50 pages of stuff. Basically what I did is combined the two chapters of blocking from the Wildcat Multi-Spread offense and the Power Wing Beast offense, along with some blog articles and some new stuff that I've written on blocking techniques and stance, and then added in the offensive line one-pager plan to this. And so it's kind of a general blocking book that any offense could use. I think it's pretty good. I mean, if I'm coaching any offense, I would use probably 90% of everything in this book. So I think it's a good overall general blocking book for youth football. Would like to get you guys' opinion. It's only $7, which is basically $1 a lineman with 7 linemen, so it's fairly inexpensive. But I'd like to get your opinion on it. Just wanted to go through and introduce it to you right now real quick. Remember to always subscribe to the channel. That helps me out a lot. Like it, comment. Would love to hear from you. So basically we've got it up here real quick. So I go through my thoughts on blocking. And then I go on, we can click on here on some motivation. How to motivate your youth football players. I read something this week which I really liked that said football players love to do what they're best at, and if you coach them to be really good at something, they will start to love it. And I have to agree with that. And so, man, I challenge myself, yourself, to coach the offensive line better and get that in. And we also use helmet stickers and all that other kind of good stuff, but I go through that on page 2. But here's some other stuff here, and then I go through thoughts on choosing offensive linemen. Some of this is out on the blog. We talk about the center and the guards, tight ends, and then this little ranking thing here. I've got an Excel spreadsheet which I've set up that I personally use, but you can kind of rank and grade your players on some of this, and when you're evaluating players. And then in here we've got practice plans, we've got the one-pager there, some tips, and then I go through all my blocking calls. Some of you guys have probably seen this before on the website. There's jaw there, inside track block. I'm big on gold jaw, wedge, BB split, which is just a split block that a lot of us use in high school. I'm not as big on zone blocking or pulling, because I do a lot of overloaded, unbalanced lines. But it's all here. You can take a look at and decide for yourself what you're willing to use. Also, there's a great book here, Leo Hand's book on radar blocking, which is a great book. And then there's the Christensen book and the Trickett book on coaching offensive linemen, which you'll see as we get to some blocking techniques. But there's calls here, why I call certain positions that way, my gap splits, kind of how I God block, which is kind of out there, how a wedge will work on the wedge dance, and then I talk about it also in some technique. There's some pass blocking, there's a bunch of pulling stuff here, and my names. And as always, you can change these names, what you want to call them. And you can use what you want, man. I buy so many books on coaching football that I probably use 30%, or even, I'll just grab a little bit from each of these books and add them together to make them mine, and what I like and what I don't like, just to see, like, this advanced coaching split here. I think this was in the Bud Wilkinson, Oklahoma thing where he talks about how to maximize your online gap splits if you're trying to do that and how. And I put a little summary in here to do that. There's a count system that 3 or 4 people have gone over. I've tried to summarize that. Now, that may be not as clear to some folks. And as always, when you get one of my playbooks, if you have questions or want some updates, you can send that over to me. I'm very accessible and get back to you quite a bit, unless I've missed your email. So if you've emailed me and I haven't got back to you, email me again or hit me up on Facebook with a direct message, because I try to get back to everybody pretty good. And then here's my thought on stances. I'm kind of a 2-point low elephant stance kind of guy, and here it is. But because mostly I've been coaching rec football lately, a lot of these guys are out of shape and they can't get up out of a 3-point stance or even execute some 3-point stance blocks and get out of it. So we do a 2-point elephant, which is a low 2-point almost into a 3 with our 2 hands together. It looks like an elephant trunk. So we do that. And then if we've got an A-gapper that's small and weak, we'll do a bear, crawl, crab block kind of 4-point stance there. And then I added today, because when I was looking at it, I was like, I don't have all these techniques. And I do want to get some pictures and some videos. And it's really up to when I coach next, which will probably be next spring or fall. Because I'm working on another book and a novel book about football, of kind of a combination of all my seasons together, and then combining into the Super Bowl that we had played it would so well. So look for that. Hopefully I get that out in the next 6 months, but need to work on that. So here's all these technical things, and they're sourced also to give you some extra oomph if you want to go to sources and find out some more. Of course, there's the down angle block, which is really my number 1 block, along with crab. Drive block, we do some of that, but I try to turn that to angle pretty quick. There's an out block, which is just an angle block that's outside. We do a lot of track blocking, definitely do a lot of wedge blocking. Most of our track and God stuff sets up double teams, so here it is here. There's some stuff on reach blocking. We do a lot of chipping off to the line backers there. Pass, wall, fold, gap hinge block. It's kind of more explained here. Some common issues. These are 2 actually questions that I got over the last couple of days about some of that. I didn't put the drill specifically in this book because I have a drill book actually, and a lot of that is already either on YouTube or on my website, and I try to give you links to that, and some of these other drills that are actually in here right there were on the everyday drills video, as you can see there. So there's that. And then just so I can't believe it, but I looked at all the books that I've got here. Parawing Beast Offense, that was my main offensive book. And remember, it's just not the Beast Offense. There's like a Notre Dame box, offset eye, double wing, and a diamond formation in there. There's like 5 other formations. 5 offenses basically are in that book. Everybody gets hung up on that's just the beast. Well, it's not just the beast. It's actually a multiple offense, similar to the 6-2 multi-8, which has a 4-4, 5-3, 70. Other defenses in there too. So those are both I'm a big multiple guy, as you can see with the multiple offensive blocking calls that I have too. There's a 7-on-7 book that I threw together. It's kind of a quickie book that I used, and it works great. It's not very clean, but it's cheap. There's the youth football drill book, which is out there, the Wildcat book, and I just put an 8-man football book out. And then along with the Jaws book. So that's a quick intro of the blocking book there. Hopefully you've kind of got an idea about it. It's only 7 books, like I said. You can find most of it on YouTube and over at coachparker.org or in the 2 playbooks if you already have those. But it's already out there, but I've just consolidated into one nice piece. So if somebody doesn't really want to run the beast, or they don't want to run wildcat kind of stuff, they can at least get a really good overall general coaching offensive line book for youth football. Thanks for joining. As always, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for coming over. And remember, it's called JAWS, Coaching Youth Football O-Line Blocking, at coachparker.org for $7. Remember to play for fun, and winning is funner. Coach those O-linemen up. They'll get you to the championship game. Thanks. Ciao. See you next time.